So how do we fix their problems? It depends what the problems are. So part of what we have to establish is what are all the different areas where they may need help.
Our process we have with them is seeing what they need and whether they need someone just to proofread, or sometimes it's just like showing them how back-end keywords work, or the way that you can help increase your standing on the algorithm. You don't have to do it on your own. Like there's somebody that actually knows your pain, who can listen to you, but also can actually help you execute on the things that are really difficult to do on Amazon, that typically are really easy to do on a website or, you know, in brick and mortar sort of retailing.
Eloise took nearly 1 year and a half building really something robust to eliminate any possibilities of mistakes. That's a big thing, in fact. There is a proper guideline from A to Z, and it brings you confidence and everything is done properly, you know. So we are really sure of the final product, you know.
When we go on to Seller Central, everything seems fairly easy to manage, but actually, over a couple of months, it can take a lot of time out of people's week just to really stand still and not really advance. Business owners can actually feel very relieved when we say to them, well, there are other ways of doing things. You could spend less time, be more effective, and be more profitable if we just stop and take stock of where you are and see what are the top 3 things you could do that could be successful.
Eloise is not afraid to tell them that they should perhaps a little rethink the global thing about their company, or take a fresh view about it. Because you can't just say, yeah, let's just apply the same old recipe, you know, for everyone. You should really tailor-make the thing, and it takes time because you need to have the broader view on the whole Amazon market. And I think for that, we're quite good.
Every business wants to sell more on Amazon, but every business has its own unique challenges. For some companies, Sell Beyond acts as a training function, so we'll come in, give strategic advice. I might come in as the interim Amazon director, but actually where we add most value is to train the existing team into how to do things. Other companies, they don't necessarily have the employees, and actually we need to execute and execute well on a bunch of different functions for the company to grow. So depending on who the team is, what their expertise is, how the CEO sees Amazon as an opportunity, and what resources are needed to get there, we can either come in and advise, we can train, or we can execute, or do a mixture of all 3.
Other Amazon agencies will execute, look at the list of what you said. If you say you want PPC, they will do PPC and they'll just keep doing it. But what we do is we go, okay, we hear you want PPC, we're gonna look at what your competitors are selling, how much they're doing, and we'll look at, is your listing optimized? There's no point advertising on something that's not already been like perfected, basically.
When businesses work with Sell Beyond, fairly quickly they'll tell me they've had a light bulb moment, that suddenly they realise that the business hasn't been working in the way that will make them successful on Amazon. So depending on the business, the light bulb moment might be different, but it's a sudden realisation that something might need to change in the business, but the change will be for the better.